Hey guys and gals, Casey Nelson here, streaming again. Today we're going to go with part 3 of my Varus Guides series. I know it's sad, 2 more parts to go, but if you haven't checked out part 1 and part 2, please feel free to do so. I'll put the links in the description below. If you haven't, that's okay. I'm going to go over everything that you need to know as Varus, and I main Varus, and I'll go over the runes, masteries, skills, gameplay. Right now I'm a diamond level player. I hit diamond 1 with Varus and all the other ADCs, and I was ADC for Team GGLA, who's an amateur team, so I do know a thing or two about playing ADC, and I hope I can share some of my insight and play style with you to make you a better ADC player as well. So together we will climb the Elo heavens, and we'll go ahead and get started here. So here's my rune setup for all my ADCs. I go physical damage red, armor yellows, magic resist per level blues, and lifesteal quints, 2 of them, and then 1 physical damage quint. This is a nice balanced rune page. It gives us some lifesteal so we can stay in lane longer, gives us some nice armor so we can trade with the enemy ADC in lane, and that magic resist per level is going to be good late game because you do get more of the magic resist if you go with the per level glyph. You don't get as much up front, but you get more late game, so we like that. And then masteries, we're going to go with 21 and 9, and the reason we do that is so we get the extra health from veteran scars and durability, as well as extra armor from hardiness in lane. 21 in the offensive tree, no surprises there, just give us our full range of damage. And then spells, you have flash, which you always choose. Varus doesn't really have an escape per se like a Caitlyn or a Graves or an Easy, so we need flash as our way to get out of any fight. And then you have between barrier and cleanse, and that just depends on what the enemy team is running. Looking at their team now, they have Sion, Leona, and those are their 2 big CC hitters. But then you have Jarvan, who, like, what do you choose, right? You have the stun from Sion, you got like 8 trillion forms of CC from Leona, and then you have the Jarvan ult. So I think we gotta go with barrier, or excuse me, we gotta go with cleanse. It's just too much CC to try and dodge or work our way around, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, now as far as supports go with Varus that I like sustain champs on all my supports, and I do like aggressive supports, so Sona and Nami are perfect with Varus, but Janna's really good because she does have her shield and she can peel for the ADC really well. So those are kind of my top 3: Sona, Nami, Janna. I also really like Syra, but it just depends on what champion you have. So this is the basic setup and the game style that we're going to play. If we're new to ADC or we're new to Varus, okay, we're just going to play a nice, safe gameplay, because if you just farm and you get your items and you're not feeding, then come late game, then you're going to be doing the damage that you need to do. We're not going to be too aggressive. We're not going to, overreach. We're not going to overextend. We're going to play objective style gaming, and what that will do is if we focus on towers and dragons and not kills, granted we'll take kills as they come, but if we focus on objectives and dragons and just be patient and take those when they're up, you're going to get team gold. The more team gold you have, the more items you have. The more items you have, the better team fights should go in your favor. So it's a lot of people like to overstay their welcome. They like to chase, they like to dive. That's not how we're going to play. We're just going to focus on farming until level 6 or until our jungler comes, which we have Aatrox, who's not a bad jungler, nice engagement, okay? And we have Zac, who has good engagement. And then once they gank, we will fight, and we're going to go in balls deep. So, and by farming, it's going to teach us the basics of playing ADC and the basics of laning. If we build the foundation correctly, as we advance in skills, and that means advance in being a better harasser or being a better team fighter, then it's just going to build on top of the other. But the first step is knowing how to farm, knowing how to last hit, okay? And of course, the thing I love about Varus is his utility kit. And I'll go over his skills in game, but the wonderful thing about Varus is you can initiate a team fight with his ultimate, which is an AoE snare. You have a AoE slow, and then you have a nice long range snipe that you can pick off any last hits or kills with. So you do have a lot of influence with how team fights go, and that's the ADCs I like to play. The ADCs that can influence the start of a fight, because let's be honest, I'm kind of impatient. I like to kill. That's why I'm playing ADC. I like the glory, right? You're like the quarterback of the football team. You want the glory. You want the kills. So I don't want to wait for anybody else to initiate. I like to initiate. And so there's a fine balance, right? I like to play Ashe and Varus because they have good initiations. But you also want to be patient, wait for your team, position correctly. And if you do that, you will find yourself getting all the kills that you need to. So, first items first, Dorn's Blade. And we do this because you get some health, you get some attack damage, and you get a little lifesteal. It's the best bang for the buck, level 1. And we are going to max Q first. And the way it works is you hold Q down and it charges. If you don't use it, you get half the mana back. But if you do use it, it goes wherever your mouse is. And I use smart casting with all my champions, and if you haven't seen the smart casting video, it is up on my page. I'll leave a link down below. It makes life easier as well. So we are going to be nice. We are going to help our jungler start red here. And we're just playing a nice safe game. When Janna shields us, that is the one time we can harass for free because of that shield. And also we get some extra damage when she shields us as well. So, alright, looks like we're just going to harass, just trying to scare them away, right? We put the ward down. We can see they're kind of lagging a bit, so we just want to kind of wait them out. And we have about 55 seconds till the creep spawns, so we'll just try and harass a little bit. And we won't use it, get our mana back, group up. It's all about grouping up and collapsing when you see the enemy team. So, we're going to go for Scion. Whoever's closest really, especially in Team 1. Graves is weak. Scion's weak. Stay with the team. Okay. No one died. We're okay. Zach's going to go heal. Sweet. He didn't lose his ooze or his passive, so sometimes level 1 fights just happen, you know? Alright. A little early on the tornado there, but that's okay. So, it does have that long range pierce, and the longer the charge up is, the more damage it does. So, that's going to be something we can use to harass. And then his passive is whenever you get a kill on a minion, you get more attack speed for a few seconds. And we're going to kill this. Doo-doo-doo. And then if you kill a champion or you get an assist, you get 40% attack speed for 6 seconds. So the nice thing is in team fights, once you bust out your ultimate and your E, you're going to get an assist on the first kill, most likely. And then for the next 6 seconds, you get 40% attack speed, and that's where a lot of your damage comes in. So, again, just farm, right? We're just playing safe. We're just last hitting. Leona does have a lot of CC, so if she does snag us, it's going to spell damage. And we don't want to just do that. Okay? If Janna shields us, we'll go ahead and go in, but she got Tornado level 1, so that's okay. We just harass and get out. Harass and get out. We don't want to go balls deep. We take what we can get, and then we're back. And they're pushing the lane pretty hard. That's good for us, right? Because there's no risk of getting ganked by the enemy jungler. And so we just nice and farm. It's like, hey, Graves, thanks for the free farm, homie. Okay, I should have leveled, sorry, I misclicked. I leveled W level 2 because that does give us extra magic damage. It gives actually 10 magic damage right off the bat. And that actually is really nice for farming level 2. So, we're going to help. We're going to snipe our friend here. And made her flash, and we got the kill. So, not only did we burn the flash, we got the kill first blood. I'm okay with that. And so, E is really nice for zoning out enemies or just getting some free harass. And I'll show you what I mean. So, look how far that range is, right? It's so far that you can freely harass with it. And once I level up W, I'll show you how to harass even better with it. Alright. So, W, every hit, a stack comes on the minion, right? See this floating yellow thing? You can get a max of 3 stacks, and every time you use an ability on a champion, those stacks explode and do damage in the form of percentage of their maximum health. The higher the skill W is, the more percentage damage it does. But it also adds magic damage to each hit that you have. So you can go 1, 2, and then you can actually E and explodes it. So you go 1, and next ability explodes it. But he dodged it because he's just a beast. Okay, we can trade here because we do have more HP, so we're okay. So when you harass in lane, you want to auto and then E, or auto and then Q, right? You just want to get a stack on them and then use your long range harassment. That way it's going to explode on them. It's going to do damage. It's going to do the explosion damage, and then it's going to do the damage from the actual move itself, all the while you're not taking any damage. So again, so you go auto E. So we're not gonna, oh, might be get a little more harassed there. Hey, max Q first, but you get the point, right? If you're gonna harass in lane and you feel comfortable with harassing, that's the best way to harass, is auto E or auto Q. And then, okay, we push the lane. Graves is just chilling. We're gonna go back, but we can get a little bit more harassment. Boop. So what I like to do is charge the Q up in the bush if you know there's not a ward. That way they can't see it coming, and usually they're not trying to dodge it. So if they stay still, it's easy to hit. I go back to the lane, or I go back to the base, and I have to buy at least a ward and then 1 health pot, usually 2. And you're like, Casey, why are you buying wards, right? You're not support. True, but this is solo queue, so we're not going to assume that our support is just this boss McNasty support. And the fact is if we can support, if we can ward Tribush and Dragon, then we're going to have complete vision on what the jungler's trying to do, if he's trying to gank, or if mid's coming to gank. And if we have vision on that, we can farm freely, we can be aggro, so it just provides us a lot more options, and we're just safe. So I have shield. See if I can't get some free harass. So shot E, right? And then watch for the Janna, or excuse me, Leona. So free harassment, he took more than I took, so that's all trading is. You want to become, you want to have a positive trade. And nice thing with his passive is if you kill a minion, then your attack speed's up for a few seconds. So if you need to kill a minion again real quick, it's going to be, your attack's going to be up again. So shield up, auto, E, auto Q. Okay, so most of the time in a team fight you're not going to get 3 stacks on it. That's ideal. In a perfect world you would shoot 3 times, use an ability, but 2 is usually the max that you're going to get. So try and do auto move, auto move, and by move I mean spell. So auto E, we're okay, auto Q. So I had to burn cleanse there, but that's okay. And I know this is pink, so I don't want to waste my ward. I see that Jarvan's mid, so he's not going to attack, and it's okay to put a ward here because Leona lane or bush camps pretty hard, and so it's worth it seeing where she is, making sure we don't get snagged again. So 75 gold well spent. We see Janna. Janna wants to battle. The thing is, I'm pretty low on mana, so I know right now is not going to be a good engagement. So we're just going to play the smart play, farm it up. If Aatrox comes, wants to battle, we will. Okay, and we're on. I could bait myself into getting hit. Just when it's slow, right? Lots of CC. Get that damage down. Flash in. Get the kill. Good. Alright, attack speed's up. Let's get out. Alright, so as soon as you get a kill, your first thought needs to be A, survive anybody that's coming in to counter gank. And then B, what can we take off this? Can we take a dragon? Can we take a tower? It doesn't look like we can take anything, so we're just going to be happy with what we got. Take the kill and farm some more. Now my ultimate's up, and his ultimate basically is it shoots out this burst of gooey nastiness, and it snares the first target it hits, and then it slowly creeps around the team, and if you're caught in it, kind of like a Morgana ult, for long enough, you get snared for a little bit as well. So that's how. So you want to kind of try and hit more than one person. Make sure they're all clumped, and then use it. And that just takes practice. So we're doing really good. Farm is about even with Graves. So I wanna kind of push this, make him waste his mana to get out. Okay, that's all I want to do. Bait the fight. Say, hey, we're gonna come at you. Use your E so you can't escape if you try to come back, or maybe he's gonna go back to base. So all right. So if Leona's here, she's just hanging out, or maybe there's a jungler waiting to gank. I mean, if anything's out of the ordinary, you gotta ask why. But if she's not, then let's zone her out and make sure she doesn't get any CS. Alright, just put a few hits, right? Nothing crazy. We just want to make sure she doesn't get that CS. But she just might be baiting, so we gotta placate. Yep, knew it. Oh! 3-bot. Lols. So we knew she was there. She was indicating something. She was trying to bait. And you know what? We called it. We just didn't execute. So we're gonna go Blade the Rune King first on Varus. And I like it because with attack speed and damage, you get the lifesteal. You also get kind of the escapability and the closing ability. Alright doesn't say MIA, but you know what? She's nice about it. That's cool. And we'll go boots, 2 health pots, ward. That's the key. Okay. So, just looking at the game here. We're still up in CS. Grace's items are just strange, but we'll still be okay. And that's why you have Tribush, and that's why you have Dragon always warded. If we have those warded, then we see where they come in every single time. And we completely avoid that. So, alright, max Q. And no big deal. So, farm it up, try and zone them out. So we'll just go auto, Q, and we'll just get that. So look at that combo. I did half HP damage to him, or I guess half of his HP and damage to him, and that was for free. So make sure that your item is in the slot you want, and make sure it's smart cast, because we're going to be using that. I want to destroy you, Graves. So we're just gonna take their ass, and looks like they're calling MIA, so we're gonna back. And I see Scion, and let's get a kill. Let's get a kill. I'm an ultimate, right? Perfect ultimate. It's gonna hit Leona. I'm blind, and I'm gonna E, and we're gonna keep chasing. Okay, I have my passive that just hit. I'm gonna have snipe up. Come on, player. Come on, player. So you notice how I waited till Scion and Leona were really close together, and then you ultimate. That way, it's gonna snare both of them. And an ultimate that does, snares 2 people, not too bad. So we got the kill. Now what are we thinking? Objective. What can we take? Well, we're gonna take this tower. I think they got dragon, but that's okay. We'll take the tower and back, and that's a perfect trade. We're gonna go clear the icon at dragon just to make sure. And also we can lay a ward down. Janet does have a ward. We'll see if she places it. Nope. Okay. Perfect. So CS wise, we're still even. Alright, we have 3 assists. That's some gold for us. But mainly, we're not trying to be greedy and take all the kills. As long as one of the carries gets it, mid or us, we're in good shape. So we can't get the full thing yet, but we'll get boots too, and we'll get the latter half. So alright, by the time we get back to lane, our cutlass will be up, and we'll have our ultimate ready. Or closely enough. So officially we are winning the lane, right? We got the tower, we have just as much CS. If we get back in time so he doesn't get the tower, and we just wait. Just wait till our jungler comes, and because we're still in lane phase, so. And that's why we got cleanse. So we're gonna just do it to scare them away, right? Because they probably could dive and kill us. And I'm gonna hit him a few times. Do it just to harass him, Remember, auto, E, or Q. E has a much higher chance of landing, so. Okay, looks like on the minimap they are congregating. Usually doesn't mean anything good. Ultimate's up though. Oh, Big Daddy, come on. Oh, missed it. So an easier way to hit your ultimate is if you're shooting it the way they run. If you shoot at a cross section like that, it becomes much more difficult. So, I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm not perfect. But now that we know it's down and we know our cleanse is down, we do not want to engage, right? It's worth the minute and a half it takes to get back. Leon just used that her move, so we can harass. If I can auto E. It's okay. I used to max E and then do the harassment, and harassment was a lot better. But Q, we do so much more damage when we snipe. So made Graves waste his mana there, made him back. Our Cutlass is up, our Cleanse is up in 30. And let's just go up and see if they're at the tower, which they're not because tower's gone. See what happens when you're good. You just start forgetting things. Alright, so we know Jarvan's top, so we can probably 2v2 him, even without Cleanse being up. So we'll just scare her off. We have 10 seconds on Cleanse, and we can either wait for her to exhaust us and use Cleanse, or stun us. So it's just going to be a play by ear. Okay, come on, Gravesy. We have shield 1, 2, 3. Okay, got the harassment, and we're back. Okay, Graves, we gotta go for Graves right away. And then we're gonna cleanse out. Can't see. Okay. See, it's kind of hard, right? I want to go for Graves because he's the damage, but also if Leon's just right there, then we gotta get out. So Jarvan's coming in hot. Let's bounce. Play it nice and safe. I have ultimate in 10. I have flash, so we can survive a Jarvan ultimate. So we're nowhere safe in engaging. Looks like they're gonna dragon. The thing is they're really low, so it looks like it might be just Jarvan. Alright, Aatrox getting the tower. Okay. Oh, let's go kill. Jarvan's mid, so being aggressive here is okay, right? Because we see Aatrox, he gives us a little vision. We know we're not in risk from the jungler. Now we see the jungler coming. We're gonna go collapse and help Aatrox just in case. I don't think we kill here. I want to wait till he ultimates. Okay. I don't waste my ult there because I don't think we can finish him. They do have... I'm going to get some life still here. They're collapsing. And that's okay. I can flash out. And if anything, it's drawing them away from Dragon even more. So we're going to poke with Q just to get some damage in. We got it. I'm going to press 4, which is that. I'm going to flash out, and we're out, right? If we just leave right now, it's worth it. Okay. Survive, survive. Go back in if they're staying. Don't be greedy. And we're just going to bounce, bounce. Signify the retreat. Perfect. And we'll say good steal. And so here's the thing with that hell happening, right? We got the dragon. Aatrox sacrificed himself. However, we get more gold as a team right away. And also look at Zach. He's pushing top. We're money. Okay? Let's finish Blade the Ruin King. Get our ward. Get a couple health pots. And we'll go back to farm. So, and that's what I'm talking about, objectives, right? Dragons and get out. We don't want to fight that to losing proposition. Take the sacrifice Aatrox and win. So, the fact is we're up a lot of gold, right? We're up 3 towers. We're up a dragon. We're up kills. So there's no need to rush it. Again, we're going to stay with our game plan. Going to put our item in the slot that we want it. And we're just gonna 1, 2, we're practicing, right? 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. Could be a song. The nice thing with Blade of the Ruin King is it also does damage based on the champion's maximum health. So every hit you do 5% of the target's current health and bonus physical damage. So it's good. The item is really good against champions that build a lot of health. And when I made this build, that was the meta of champions. It's build a lot of health. But if you're going against a lot of, armor, then you might want to consider Infinity Edge. It is a little slower though. So I like the interaction that Blade of the Ruin King has. Ult in 8. My favorite buff ever, golden buff's up. I'm gonna go for it. 1. And the stacks work on minions as well. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3 on those, try and get the blue buff. It's an objective that we really like. We keep those up, that way if we keep those up, oh, we're going in hot, going in hot. Snipe is up, baby. Boom! 1. So I don't waste ult, right, because I don't want to tower dive, I just want to play it safe. I have a ward. I'm just going to place it there so I can see. We're going to take the tower. We're not going to try and dive Graves, just the tower. and that's it. Okay, fine, we'll dive him. Made him flash, made him use barrier, and we'll get the tower. The tower gold is worth more than the Graves gold. So we're gonna ult him. 1, 2, E, use my Blade of the Rune King and kill. He has a ton of burst if you use your moves. 1, 2, R, 1, 2, E, 1, 2, Q, Blade of the Rune King. Use all your abilities. The burst is quite nice, I will say so myself. Teemo just gave us a free kill. We'll take it. And we're going to back. We're going to farm one more wave. May push this a little bit. And I mean, it's just methodical playing, you know? Again, sometimes it's just not the sexiest gameplay, but what's sexier? Well, going 10-05 is pretty sexy, but... Oh, collapse, watching minimap. 1, 2, 3, E. He's going to ult me, that's fine. We'll see if we can get out of this alive. I'm going to use my Blade of the Rune King. We're going to chase. Snipes up here. See if we can get that snipe. Nope, we'll get Graves. Nice damage. E. We're going to slowly get out. We have cleanse. If we get ulted or if we get stunned. 1, 2. And they surrendered. They just knew. They just knew the game was over. So that's part 3, guys. It wasn't a long game. I didn't get into my bulk of the build, which after Blade of the Rune King, I will go IE, and then I'll go Last Whisper. And sometimes games are just short like that. So what did we learn, right? Choose the right number of spells, position yourself correctly, and have a plan. Our plan is objectives, and we were up so much in gold with dragons and towers that we were able to build much better items. If you look at the game, end game report, you know, Graves didn't even have a complete item, and I still had, you know, 1.2k gold on him. And you just match it up. So we got a friend request. So if you like what you see, you know, that's part 3, guys. Please like, please subscribe, comment on what you'd like to see next. I'm doing 4-part guides on all my champs here, so I just ask that you leave something constructive to say and what you want to see, and certainly appreciate your support. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this Varus guide helped you out. And again, I appreciate you. All right, have a great day. Peace.